Darts Nutz and welcome to Darts Review channel. As promised, this is my review on the Target Nexus soft tip board. Firstly, I just want to say many thanks to Target for providing the board to review. Obviously, as you can see, it comes in a fairly big box. On the back it just details some of the features of the board. It's got an interactive touchscreen, it's got a live camera and a microphone for audio, and the microphone is optional, so if you want you can turn it off. And obviously it's got the online network, so you can play against anyone in the world. You can have 4 people playing locally or 4 people online. It's got over 10 games on the software, and it's got a 15.5 inch soft tip size with the fairly wide doubles, which is probably the most common version of the soft tip. I know in Europe they have a smaller version, and the board itself has got a gel membrane on the board, so it kind of makes it a little bit quieter. And you can also download an app from the App Store or Google Play for your Android or iPhone. The app will allow you to keep track of your stats and everything. So this is the board itself, and as you can see it's got the traditional dartboard colours, and there you see it's got the interactive touchscreen on the bottom. A fairly big screen, so you should have no problem seeing that from the hockey. And there's your webcam, and it's got the microphone as well, and that's your player button. And at the side, the other side, it's got your power on off switch and your little adapter for plugging in the power cable, and on the back it's got your 3 holes for fixing it to the wall. And as you can see, it's a fairly thick, robust plastic, and these are meant to be quite a durable pro type segments on the board. And I think it takes up to a 22 gram soft tip dart. And what you get in the pack, you get your instruction booklet and your registration card, which lets you register your ID. Again, I'll show you a little bit more about that. And you get your template, and that helps you to fix the soft tip board onto the wall. And there's a little section on the bottom there where you stick a spirit level on, just to make sure you got it lined up right. And you got your power cable, and you got your plug, and it's got an adapter for the UK or European style. And there's your little spirit level. It's got a little sticky label on the back, and it's got your raw plugs and your screws for attaching it to the wall. And you've got your stick down hockey, so if you want to stick it to your floor, just peel that off and stick that down. And you've got a bag of soft tips, and you've got 2 sets of darts, brass darts with the all-in-one plastic flights. So I think this board is the first board to have an interactive touchscreen. I don't think it's well, I know it's not the first board to have a screen built in. It actually looks like as if it's a tablet. I don't know what size it is. It looks as if it's about maybe 7 or 8 inches, so quite big. And I think it's also the first board to have a built-in microphone as well. But obviously with these soft tip boards now, there's a lot of them around. Target being the brand that they are though, I could imagine that they're going to be quite successful with this one. But the only stumbling block that I could probably see is the price, and it's £325, so it's certainly not a cheap board. I think it would probably do better if it was cheaper, but I haven't got a clue how much something like this would be costing to make. And to me it looks as if you're getting a built-in tablet, and I think tablets can vary from anywhere from around 100 plus, so who knows, it's probably getting what you pay for, but it's still a lot of money, and obviously it's early days, so a lot will depend on how the network grows, but with a brand like Target behind it, I'm sure it'll do well. So let's have a closer look at it. Right, I've got the board set up. I'll just have a quick go through the same things again, just to give you a closer look at it. There's your speaker, and
there's your screen, which is, I think it's just an Android tablet, like a modified tablet. It's a 7-inch screen, and above that you've got your webcam and your microphone, and then you've got your enter button, and around the side you've got your power switch and your cable. It's a 2-meter cable. It's connected by the cable now, but the board itself has got an internal battery, and when you've got your cable connected, that's charging the battery, and if you unplug your cable, the battery will last between 1 to 2 hours depending on how much you're using the screen. So to turn it on, you just press the power button in for about 3 seconds, and then the screen should come to life. And there you go, it's loading everything up. Alright, I'm going to have a proper look at the menus and everything in a second, but if you look, there's a little green battery icon when I get in focus, and that tells you the energy level of the internal battery, and that's your Wi-Fi, tells you whether it's connected. But the first time you power it up, you want to go into the settings. There's your Wi-Fi, so when you click on that, you have to put your details in for your Wi-Fi network, and then when you've done that, click update, and it'll update to the latest software, which at the moment is that. So what I'll do then is I'll go through the menus, but I need to register my card on the online app. Okay, I went through the online registration thing using the app on my Android phone. It was a little bit of a pain because you've got to get a verification number sent to you via email, and every time I was getting to the point where I was putting the number in, it was saying it was timed out because you only have 5 minutes. Anyway, eventually I got it on, and I've registered my card on the Nexus network, so that's me logged in. One thing I want to say first is, while you've got the screen on, and whether it's during a game, if you press the power button once, it turns the screen off, but if you're playing a game, the darts will still register and you'll still hear the sound. That's probably more for when you're just using the internal battery just to save power, but if you press the power button again, the screen comes back on. So let's have a quick look at the options then. So your 01 games, if you press 501, stick your player on there. If you go to settings first, and then you can set the parameters of the game. So open start, double start, open, and we have double finish. So double no bull means that you can't finish on a bull, but you got to finish on a double. Master means you can finish on doubles and trebles, and master no bull is doubles and trebles but no bullseye. And open means you just score. I think that's mainly for beginners. And you can set the amount of rounds that you want to play. You can have it split bull, or have it so that the 25 also counts as 50. And so if you click single play, it means you're having a single match. If you want to play doubles, then you click doubles, but then you need to add more players. But I don't see an option to add a computer opponent. If I add this 2-player, play 2, and then if I click single match, a singles match, 1 versus 1, of course. And what you do then is you click the coin, and it tosses the coin, and then player 1 gets to throw first. So when you're in the game, if you get a score error, say if your dart registers a score that it shouldn't be registering, whether it's say a Robin Hood or something, or a bounce out that registers, and you don't want to register your bounce outs, if you click the 3 bars, then you can unthrow the dart that you want to unthrow, and you've got options to change the play. You would change the play if say you had an error, but you can do that with the red button and it'll come up with an option it's a little bit different with than steel tip, because if you throw 2 darts and the third dart say misses and hits the wall, then you would press the red button and then the next player would come on. But if you're into soft tip, you'll already know that, but a lot of beginners ask me these questions who've never played soft tips, that's why I'm going over it. So if you wanted to do end the game you can, but I'll just return to the game. I'll just hit a 180 just so you can see the animations. I'm just pressing the segments. So then you press the red button, obviously play 2. You should remove your darts first, I think, and then press the button. But as you can see, player 2 is not the computer, so once again, as the software progresses, I'm sure they'll have different animations, more features, but the sound from the speaker is pretty nice and clear though. That's one animation that I'll never see. Oh no, it's just a low tone. I thought I was going to do the 9 data animation. Right, so we'll just end that game. So as far as I can tell, I don't see any option to add a game against a computer. That question mark just tells you about how to play. So just have a quick look at the cricket. No, there's nothing come up there to play against a computer. Count up, that's just you throw in the darts. You've got 24 darts I think, and you've got to get as high a score as you can get. You can set the rounds, so 3 8's 24. Half it. Doesn't look as if you can change the settings on this one. So single player, you got to aim for the 15s. So if you miss, score gets halved. So basically that's that. So match, you can have 3 legs, 5 legs, 7 legs, and basically what you're doing is you're picking what you want to play for each. So you can have a mix of 501 or cricket, and obviously online will be online. I don't think there'll be anyone online at the moment, but I'll have a look. So you can choose whether you just want to play a singles match or a doubles match, 501. And then it'll come up with all the matches, but like I thought, there's nobody online yet. No point in trying the online up stuff. But these are the things that happen when you're online. You can send a call to a user, but it looks as though I'm going to have to do a review part 2 to do all that. So like I said, I can't see any option at the moment for playing against a computer bot, but maybe that's going to come in another update. And obviously I think there's going to be more games come out. So for now I'll just have a quick few throws at the board just to see how it sounds like. Right, so I've just set it up to 301. I don't think I'm going to throw very well because my arm's a bit stiff, been helping my brother move house today. But I know Thomas, one of my subscribers, I forgot his other name, he said what happens when you miss and you hit round there, so I'll try and throw a dart at there. I'll just have a quick go just to see how the board sounds. The speaker sounds nice and clear. I thought it might sound tinny, but it is quite a nice sound. I forgot what I was going to say now. My mind's gone blank. But so what I'll do then is I'll have a throw around the outside and see what happens, whether it records a miss or not. Should do. Yeah, counted that as a miss. Oh, I didn't want that. And that one I didn't even hit the segment. I think I hit the outside of the board and it counted it as a miss. So there you go, Thomas. Hope that explains that part to you. But it sounds fairly quiet. That gel membrane thing, it must be doing something. Oh, I'm going to do that for. So sometimes you get that very kind of sharp clattery sound, but I don't really hear that. So from first impressions I would say it does sound quieter, so whatever that gel membrane thing is, it may be doing its job. I think at the moment the software, whether it's on there and I just don't know where it is, but I think it definitely needs an AI bot to play against. At the moment as well I can't test the online features, so I'm going to have to wait until a few people get online, or wait until Seb gets online and I get a chance to organise a match with him, and then I'll have to do a review update part 2. I think this touchscreen is a nice addition to a board like this. Speaker sounds great. I don't know what the webcam's going to be like, and I don't know what the microphone's going to be like until I get online, but so far it looks quite promising. The only stumbling block of course is the price at 325 quid. It's not cheap, but like I said, you're getting a 7-inch tablet really and a soft tip board. So if you just bought a soft tip board on its own, you'd still need to have a tablet or whatever to have the thingy in, the screen. But the other thing that some people might have liked is an output for a bigger screen, and there's no output there. So unless there's a way they could do that with some other device, I don't know. But so the people that were asking about that, there's definitely no output. It's not really a problem to me. I think the screen is fine. I can see that okay from the hockey. So that's basically it for now. Like I said, I'll have to do a review update in part 2 and try to get an online game. So that's the end of the review. Thanks for watching.